So I think everyone is ready and we are going to start our first wonderful AMA session. So hello, dear friends of Eternity Lab Clinics community, and welcome to our first AMA session in the Discord space. In our Eternity Lab Clinics community, we will discuss the most interesting and innovative projects in the field of longevity for future collaboration and project promotion. As you maybe know, my name is Tatiana, and I'm the Chief Communicating Officer of Eternity Lab Clinics, the moderator of the 2 days AMA session. Today in our AMA session, we want to present the MitoLab project and its co-founders. Please welcome Olga Borysova, biologist, geneticist, and co-founder of the MitoSpace Research Group and MitoLab project. Please welcome Olga. And Elena Segal, the Business Development Physiotherapist and Chief Operations Officer of the MitoSpace Research Group and MitoLab project. Dear friends, I want to tell you that our agenda for the AMA session will be the following. Our speakers will tell us about their project and answer your questions. So if you do have an interesting questions for our speakers, please put them in our Discord chat and we will be able to answer them. So, welcome.
That it will be working.
Okay, Elena, welcome to our session, and let's start with you.
Sorry, I couldn't hear the beginning of the presentation. Yeah, something like technical issues. So we would like to present our MitoSpace project. Yeah, I'm a physiotherapist. I'm responsible for the practical application of the project. First, I would like to that Olga will introduce the main concept of our project, and we will be back for the practical use. Actually, I will answer your question, where is the money? The money is there, but first we would like to hear scientific point of view.
Okay.
So I would like that Olga starts.
Olga, can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Oh, perfect. We miss you so much. Yeah, thank you so much.
Can you see my presentation?
Presentation.
Yeah, can you see my screen? Everything okay, Tatiana?
Yes, that's perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so I can start, yes?
Yes, for sure.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, Olga. You can start.
Okay. I'm sorry for technical issues. I hope everyone can see the presentation now. Hello, everyone. It's my pleasure to tell about one of our projects today. I'm presenting a group MitoSpace, and the main focus of our research are mitochondria, which is quite clear from the name. We are focusing not just from a scientific point, but looking for existing approaches to improve mitochondrial function, to increase healthy lifespan and prevent disease development. And these approaches can be implemented now, not like in 50 years. And as a MitoSpace group, we have 3 tightly interconnected projects that we would like to tell you about one by one. And today we are going to focusing on one of them. And the first one is MitoLab that we will talk about today. So there are 3 of us in a MitoSpace team. Me, Olga Borysova, and Elena are biologists and genetics, and Elena Segal, who will help me today with the presentation. She's focusing on physiotherapy, and also she is a certified nutrition and exercise specialist. So the main reason why all of us, why we all are here, is the fact that we do not want to age. And that's why we are here today. That's why we are an anti-age community. And the fact is, we are not alone in this desire. We are living in times when aging is becoming an unmet clinical need. And one problem is the population is aging, and this is one reason, and which is more important, that technologies are developing and giving us the unique probabilities that we could not even dream about like 50 years ago. And anti-age market, which is very sensitive to all these changes, anti-age market investment actually is growing exponentially by all means, by clinics, biotechs focusing on longevity, drug development, etc. And we now understand that aging is not just about wrinkles on our face, yes, but aging is a major risk factor for all age-related diseases development. Cognitive decline, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, cancer, actually all of them. So trends in anti-age sector are changing now. The industry is going from cosmetological and related stuff, which correct mainly external signs of aging, into the cellular level, so into the processes which are taking place within our cells, and that are the root cause of all of the age-related diseases. And so when we dive inside our cells, we can see and we can find that decline in mitochondria function is one of the main reasons of all of the age-related diseases. And that is not just our opinion, scientific community agrees with us strongly. So why so? Who are mitochondria? Why we are all the time talking about them? What do they give to us, and how can we improve their function, and why is it so important? Mitochondria actually are invaders that give us energy. Like 2 billion years ago, they lived as bacteria you can see and find now in soils, in water, whatever. But they got somehow into our cells, and from that time these tiny organelles are present almost in every cell in our body. And from school we know that mitochondria are powerhouse of the cells, and that is true. They indeed convert the food we eat, like doesn't matter what is it, hamburger or salad or whatever, to chemical energy for all of the body processes. And that is the stuff we're feeling when we age. Our energy level is absolutely not the same as it was when we were younger. But mitochondria is not the only stuff that but energy is not the only stuff that mitochondria give us. Besides energy, mitochondria synthesize metabolites that are important for our DNA maintenance, to regulate our genes expression, which is very important. They give us heat, and that's the stuff we feel. Actually, you know that when we age, you are much prone to cold, etc. They are involved in synthesis of steroid hormones like sex hormones, which is also very important stuff in aging. And what is also essential, when mitochondria are not functioning appropriately, when we age and somehow they are damaged, our organisms start thinking that they are bacteria, that are something bad for us, that are something we should kill with our immune system. And because of that, the onset of sterile inflammation starts when there is no viruses, no bacteria in our body, no pathogens, but our body thinks there are, and we feel this inflammation like damaging our joints, our intestine, our brains, etc. And moreover, when we age, mitochondria are doing so many reactive oxygen species, like damaging molecules, damaging particles that damage our lipids, DNA, etc. So actually, we see clearly that mitos are the root cause of all age-related diseases, and we can see it like very easily, like metabolic problems. We know that all the stuff we eat, fats and carbs, are oxidized within mitochondria. If something is wrong with their function, like carbs not going into mitochondria appropriately, that lead to insulin resistance and diabetes. When fats are not oxidized like at a normal level, they accumulate and lead to hepatotoxicity, fatty liver disease, etc. We clearly see that mitochondrial dysfunction leads to sterile inflammation, which damage our joints, but not only. Mitochondrial dysfunction is very interconnected with menopausal decline in cognitive function and risk of cardiovascular diseases. The first organ which suffers from mitochondrial dysfunction is brain, since it's so energy consuming, and we need mitochondria for all these neurotransmitters stuff. So brain fog, our inability to concentrate, our inability to remember stuff are all about mitochondrial dysfunction. That is all we know, but currently we do not have any comprehensive diagnostic tools or medical centers which will focus like entirely on mitochondria function. So some supplements time to time appear and they promising they can improve mitochondria function like significantly, but how can we believe them if we do not have an ability to check it even? So we think that the stuff we need to do as a solution is complex approach. To successfully improve the mitochondria function, we need a complex approach, which will include expertise, the best specialists in this field, diagnostic tools. Diagnostic of mitochondria function is not such an easy task. It needs to combine different approaches so we can tell about it like confidently. It will include special personalized recommendations regarding nutrition training programs, but they have to be specialized. Physio procedures that are aimed on improving mitochondria function, and medication and supplements needed according to the test results. And like an advanced level, when we will develop this basic stuff for some people, we will try to look for how can they enroll clinical trials, like for example for mitochondrial inherited diseases, and how we can do it through mitochondrial therapy, like for the future steps. So this idea we want to incorporate into our project, which is called MitoLab, which is a center for mitochondrial medicine. It's a center which is focused totally on mitochondrial function, how to diagnose mitochondrial function and how to improve it with all the means we now have in our arsenal, yes, like physio procedures and etc., supplements. And this MitoLab center, it can work as an individual mitochondria clinic, but also we see it as a unit for anti-age clinics, since so many anti-age clinics appear now and they need some scientific and some unique stuff to be focused on. This MitoLab can be easily and so well integrated into anti-age clinics, providing comprehensive information regarding mitochondrial function and how to improve it. And it also can work as a separate unit for neurological clinics, cardiological, dementia clinics, etc. So, as a target for incorporating such a mitochondrial unit sector, we see different stuff like anti-age sector on the first place, mitochondrial diseases, which are actually rare, but we don't have to disregard them since they're very severe. This unit can be incorporated and help very well in all the stuff related to neurological and neurodegenerative diseases. It can be incorporated into sport clinics since mitochondria are so important for sportsmen for their indicators, and intermenopausal clinics. So this MitoLab will include expertise, the team of experts which can provide expertise in mitochondria, diagnostic capabilities, since diagnosis of mitochondria function is not an easy task and we have to combine different approaches to look how mitochondria are functioning throughout our body in different organs in our body, and if they're not working as well, why so? How can we help them to work better? Maybe they need some factors, maybe they need some stimulation, and innovative therapy methods. So we see the structure of such a center having 4 different units: laboratory diagnostic unit for blood tests, for urine test, feces tests, functional diagnostic unit, and Elena will tell about it a little bit more. Functional therapy unit, which can help to improve mitochondrial function throughout the body, and medical appointments with expertise specialists, and then they can prescribe personalized treatment or supportive procedures for mitochondria. So laboratory diagnostics is a very interesting stuff for mitochondria function, and it's a thing we worked a lot in Ukraine. I briefly will tell that we actually had such a clinic in Ukraine, and it was very successful. And we developed a comprehensive panel for laboratory diagnostic tests for estimated mitochondria function, and they include different parameters like blood analysis and specific parameters in blood, feces test and urine tests, and by combining all these parameters and analyzing them, we can definitely tell how do our mitochondria function. And when we do some interventions like taking supplements or doing some training or taking some physio procedures, we can see, do they actually improve our function of mitochondria or not? So we can test it in the progress. And we have a profound lab test portfolio. We worked already with all these tests, and we know how to work with them, how to interpret them, and which recommendations to give regarding specific test results. And the second part is about functional therapy and diagnostics. Will with pleasure tell about it. So I will give the ability to talk to Elena Segal, and it's my pleasure to introduce her.
Thank you, Olga. Elena, we're giving the floor to you. Please welcome.
So, but please help me. Do you see my presentation?
Yes, we can.
So you see my slide, because I don't see if I have this.
Yeah, it's module 1, laboratory diagnostics.
Exactly. So, and now when we heard about our project from a scientific point of view, I will tell you about practical application. So, and as I promised you to answer your question, where is the money? So, and of course, the money we can get when we use our project and use our technology. So I'm physiotherapist. This is my responsibility, practical use. I'm located in Berlin, and we are going to open the showroom for our MitoSpace project. So, and as Olga already says, we have a unique portfolio of biochemical analysis. Actually, here there is an intellectual property, because behind there is a huge knowledge and great experience. So that's why our project is unique. But what is unique is about our project. It's also that additionally to biochemical analysis, we are using functional diagnostics. And as an example, this is exercise and stress testing. So I will explain you shortly what is it about. So the test begins in very easy pace, but gradually become much harder. And we are monitoring blood pressure, heart rhythm, and what is the build-up of lactic acid. So, and we are measuring 3 parameters: the oxygen absorbed in, the carbon dioxide breathed out, and the total volume that the air breathed out. So, and these precise diagnosis gives us such a great information about the state of mitochondrial health. So, and you know, what is quality measured can be quality improved. This is the key. So, and in each individual case, we are selecting, we are adapting functional therapies. So I hope that you can see the next slide. Yes? No? You don't see? Because functional therapies. Okay, I will tell you about functional therapies. This is one of very, let's say, therapies. In 2019, the Nobel Prize was awarded research in hypoxia field. Yeah. So, and hypoxic training is currently the one of the most effective therapies that was scientifically proved many times on its effect of mitochondrial health, mitochondrial recovery. So, and what is it about? You know, hypoxic training, this is very similar to train in high altitudes. So, you are intermittently given your body lower amount of oxygen and little doses of hypoxia. It means that lack of oxygen means that your body is under stress. But this stress is under control and with a little doses, and this is create amazing adaptation of the body. So, and the number of healthy mitochondria are increased, and the bad mitochondria is eliminated. So that's the idea. And it means that healthy mitochondria produce enough energy for our processes, all our organs, our systems, everything is working well. We become resistant to stress, to diseases, and this is the answer. How can we slow our aging down? So, and from your platform, we are looking for some collaboration with medical doctors, because that was the question, how you can help us. So we are looking for some medical doctors to collaborate with specialities that we need, and we hope that our platform will help us. So that's what I would like to say.
Thank you, Elena. Thank you so much. And actually, there will be a question from our community, Turn to Life Clinics community, about the development of MitoLab project. On what stage are you in right now, and what will be your further steps? And on which steps we can help you, and how do you see our support and help and collaboration, if you do have that scheme?
Yeah, sure. Actually, our next step, as I say, we are in the process of opening this showroom of course, it takes some time, to find the right place, paperwork, and yeah, I think it will take maybe 2 months. And actually, everything is working well. I would say everything is looks great. Just medical doctors that we need to collaborate. We are looking, for.
Okay, and what kind of medical doctors, medical staff do you need? Because maybe some medical doctors are already in our AMA session and will be ready to apply for a job in your project.
And I can't really hear you.
You cannot hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you very well, but I'm not hearing Tatiana at all. I don't know why. So if you can address me some questions, it would be great because I just I can't hear.
Okay, I will ask a question to Elena and she will repeat to you. Let's play this game, okay? We have some questions from our community. The first one is, what influenced your decision to start a project, MitoLab, and who was the initiator of it? Please, Elena, can you forward it to Olga?
Olga, the question was, what was the... I was also checking my... so who influenced to create this project? Yeah.
Well, it was a long story, not such. We just starting anti-age research and start attending anti-age community like 7 years ago. And we saw like mitochondria are so important for aging process, for all of age-related changes. But at the time we were executing medical center, focusing a little bit on anti-age programs, genetic ones and microbiome, and on neurological diseases of children, mainly with hyperactive disorder, autistic spectrum disorders. And so we decided to look for some diagnostic tools relevant for estimating mitochondrial function, and we implemented them into our medical center, and we thought it will work mainly for anti-age programs. But when we implemented them, we saw that it have such a great need of these diagnostic tools for neurological diseases, for children neurological diseases. And so we just starting development of this stuff, not just from scientific point of view, like having experiments with rodent models, etc., but mainly focusing on diagnostic and treatment for people, because it was like an unmet need in our center, and I think not just in our center, like everywhere. And we worked with these diagnostic tools and treatment programs with children with neurological diseases, and also for anti-aging sector of our clinic, like providing it in our clinic and also for other anti-age clinics in Ukraine.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, I have one more question. Elena, I will need your help for translating it to Olga. In what countries do you plan to open the MitoLab clinics? What areas are you interested in?
Olga, in what country are you planning to open your MitoLab project?
Well, we have not decided yet. It will depend on collaborators we found. So we are currently looking for collaborators who are launching anti-age clinics, for example, and they want to extend them with mitochondrial unit as well for diagnostic and treatment, or some other types of clinics. We thought about European market, and as Elena told, we are opening kind of small small cabinet in Germany here. So we are very open for all types of collaborations throughout the world where it is possible. So in Germany, at least, we know kind of list of laboratories and a list of things we are needed to do it here, but I think it's definitely not a problem like for other countries as well.
That's actually very interesting. That's why we think we can really help you with all these kind of collaborations. And actually, that's what the Eternity Life Clinics community is about. Okay, thank you so much. And actually, the last question from me, just the common one. How will this center affect life extension? And one more, what technologies do you think are the important for life extension?
What is the technology the most important for life extension? How can we
Like,
our project and resolve?
well, aging like is a very complex process, so definitely we need a complex approach to get some valuable results. Like, as a scientist, from my point of view, we definitely need to combine different things together to get some valuable results regarding lifespan extension. First of them, of course, mitochondria. Seems like I'm working a lot with it, but not just I mean, everyone in longevity community, every longevity scientific group will tell that mitochondria is a hallmark of aging and need to extend lifespan. We need to deal with mitochondria. Other stuff is extracellular matrix remodeling, of course, and now for ways we can break down links or maybe improve elastin function and all the other stuff. And regarding the therapies, how can we do it? Like, what approach is, I think, the most interesting? I think it's gene therapy, of course, because it give us the ability to influence like directly our targets. Besides gene therapy, like replacement technologies are also working well, like printing organs, etc. So it can give us time to live longer until we get some kind of treatment. It's work with our microbiota. Microbiome is also very important since it affects all of our organism and also mitochondria function as well. And some therapies, for example, mitochondria approaches, but also we can use a kind of transplantation approaches, like substitute approach.
Thank you so much. Actually, we don't have questions for this Emma session, and we want to thank our wonderful speakers. So thank you so much for an interesting discussion of the MitoLab project. See you soon on our new Emma sessions, because we do have a lot of other interesting projects with you, Metaspace Research Group. And dear friends of Return to Life Clinics community, thank you for your time and participation in our AMA session. As promised, that we will give you the NFT from our future collection. Please put the pluses in the chat and our admin will contact you. Also, I want to remind everyone that in our Discord, there is a link to partnership with the ELC community, where you can fill out the application for consideration of your project or idea in the field of longevity for release and support. Thank you so much, our wonderful Eternity Life Clinics community and our wonderful speakers. Have a wonderful week and see you on our next AMA sessions, and follow the information on the social network.